Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from cloudy San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. I have a third hand that's holding the camera today. See, that way I can be completely at peace when I drive. How quickly you handle conflict will determine how big the fire gets and how many firemen and effort it's going to take to put it out. So I've got my sweet bride of almost 22 years sitting next to me, and we were discussing how critical it is that we share tools that allowed us to go through, having 7 children. We still have 6 in the house right now, 4 are teenagers, running businesses, and of course Angela competing in her fitness world, and all of the disciplines required for us to execute at an extremely high level on a daily basis. And one of the most debilitating factors and forces in a marriage relationship that's already laden with pressure is conflict, because we don't think alike, we don't act alike, we have dissimilar gifts and traits. And here's the thing that's most important: we have identical big whys. Our big why for both of us individually when we first met, that continues to be the same, is to become all that we can be in God so that we can help others become all they can be, and to have a big beautiful family that we can equip and train and prepare to send out to the world and make a difference just like we intend to. So we have the big why that's fueling everything, and yet we are very different people. And so, believe it or not, there's a lot of conflict in our home, simply because we not only have to decide for ourselves what's up, but for our marriage what's up, for our home what's up, and for each individual kid what's up. So there's plenty of opportunity for conflict. So Angela, would you just talk just for a real quick second on the speed? Conflict is a given, but we've determined that speed and reconciliation is a key factor. Why is that? Why do we think that, Angie?
And between the middle of conflict, there's a lot of opportunity. I just call it the enemy, things you might hear that are negative, and the longer that you allow space in between resolving conflict, the longer the enemy has to tell you lies or rehearse old hurts if they haven't been forgiven. Or your drunk monkey
for you bold people.
Yeah. So there's always that negative that's going to try to continually badger and barrage your thoughts and your mind. And so the longer distance, like that longer space of window, we just want to close the window quickly. We want to shut it as quickly as it opened up.
Absolutely. That was brilliant, Angela. So if you picture 2 gigantic cruise ships leaving the port in Galveston side by side, and they're literally 1 millimeter apart, 1 millimeter apart, and they start taking off, people can be on the deck, they can see the other people, everything's fantastic, it's beautiful, it's lovely. Hey y'all, see y'all in Cozumel. It's fantastic, and you may even have lunch and see all your buddies, but you go to bed that night, when you wake up the next morning, you're gonna go, where is it? Where did it go? Because a millimeter apart over time can put you on 2 different parts of the continent. And we are just not willing to do that because there's power in our agreement. We're not willing to allow time to rob us, because here's something phenomenal that happens when you have conflict and you separate. Your thoughts towards your spouse don't tend to be, well, that Angela's just fabulous. I'm just, I'm thinking of all the wonderful things about her that I love, even though we're in disagreement right now. I'm just thinking how special she is. She totally hates when I talk like that. So I'm gonna really, I wish you could see her look. Minor conflict, I handled it that quick. You don't tend to be thinking about and focused on the wonderful things you're grateful for when you're in conflict and you're apart from one another. You go to work, she goes to HEB, she goes here, you go there, you sleep at night and you leave it festering. You don't tend to have your thoughts weigh towards the positives and the things you love. They tend to be the exact opposite. You tend to start building a record of wrongs and a history of wrongs, and then you start agreeing with thoughts that she always does this, he never does that, he always does it, they never do that. and the conflict will go on. So our final word for the day on quickness. Go right ahead, Angie. How quick?
As soon as the
What's your
window's
charge?
open, shut it. Take care of it. Forgive. Go past those harsh emotions of anger, resentment. Even if
Revenge.
the person was wrong, sometimes it's just that humility. It changes the spiritual atmosphere, changes your day.
Couldn't have said it any better, my friends. God bless y'all. Have an awesome day.